All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt. I want to go over a few shoe stocks, shoe boots, and feet apparel. All right, let's take a look at Crocs first. As I've been saying, that with Crocs in the recent weeks, it's been accumulating and was getting ready to do something. It's pretty oversold after it's had its earnings and things didn't go very well, but you have this nice consolidation box, which always takes place, and it's just the way it is. So here's your consolidation, and once you break the consolidation pattern, then you head up. And everybody who watches my video knows that I'm a gap trader. I really enjoy playing these gap stocks that have these gaps, and because they always go up and fill. And Crocs is one of them. Now, Crocs took off today on heavy volume. Of course, there's word out there of interest in, I guess, somebody buying them or something like that. But it just helped fuel the fire. 12.8 million in volume was a nice day. Your MACD crossed right after we came out of this box, if you notice that, and it turned to the bullish side. Your RSI is only at 52, plenty of room to go. We broke the 50-day moving average. We closed this gap right here, which was fantastic. So what's next now? This will act as support now. This line here, this will act as full support. It should act as support. Okay, and the reason why the candle came back down and closed in here, if you look, you have resistance here. Well, support, resistance, same thing. Resistance here and right. So we're right in this general area right now, and we stayed inside the Bollinger Bands. All right, so going a little further out now. The thing that I like about Crocs that I was talking about before is we have a huge gap way up here at $17. Okay, granted it's only $4 from where it is now, but those moves take place and there's a lot of profit to make, especially if you're doing options. If you're doing options, buy them the right way, protect yourself, because they're very volatile. But plan your trade out. It's made the first move. You can expect it to consolidate for a couple days. This is a big move, unless something comes out, news comes out. But there is anticipation if something happens. But if you notice, the stock does not blow outside the Bollinger Bands too often or at all. And right now we came outside, and then we came back inside. So yes, they're spreading apart. Yes, they're starting to move to the upside. We're starting to get that aggressive move. But understand, let it accumulate for a couple days. Let it sit here and soak up all this move, because all these buyers right here that were in this box most likely are starting to trade out. Okay, so Crocs, look for 17 in the longer term. Had a great move today. Take a quick look at the weekly on that, and you can get a better understanding of the same situation taking place. Okay, so we broke out of that big tank, and now we're coming back up. Okay, the 50-day is a little bit higher, but you have plenty of room inside. But look at you're still heading down on your Bollinger Band. So you need confirmation of this. You need some accumulation, and you need a firm setting that this is going to move to the upside. So your MACD is getting ready to cross. Keep an eye on that. All right, let's go back to the daily and take a look at SHOO, SHOO. All right. Now, this is another one I really like, okay? It's done the same thing, but look, we have a gap up here at 52.27, okay? And we're at 39 right now. This is getting very bullish, but let me pull it down a little bit more. As you can see, after the earnings took place, you had this accumulation period. Boom, 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 okay? And the minute you get out of, you have your bottoms, you have your tops, and the minute you get out of the box, it starts getting aggressive, okay? Now your box acts as support. So if you carry this over, you can see that, the bottom of that candle right here, sorry, is your support. So now you're starting to move up consistently, okay? You have the 50-day moving average right here at 42.93, but your volume has been doing great. You're starting to move to the upside. Your RSI is a little bit high. So again, you've made a move, okay, from 35 to 39, nice $4 or $5 move. So take this box and now move it over here, okay? So let it accumulate and then move. It's going to be a stepping stone, but you still have the $50 up here that has the potential to hit. Looking at the weekly, the same thing's going to take place. Okay, if you see a weekly, you have a huge gap up top, same thing. The box is over here, and you put the box down here, it's great, doesn't matter. You still have some nice solid candles. Okay, so 45 is your 50-day on your weekly, so plan it out. Your volume's starting to tear off, so look for some sideways action and then another move to the upside. Okay, so that's what I see for shoe. I like shoe also. Shoe and Crocs. You're coming into the holiday season, so a lot of stuff's going to be getting purchased. Back to the daily. Let's look at Deck. This is Decker's Outdoors, outdoor court, but I wanted to take a look at this one because it's really moving at a good clip now. Is this the time to buy after these? Oops, let me move this. I'm not sure, but I want to take you to the weekly after I do this one so we can look at the longer term instead of just the short term, as most traders do. But you broke some nice. I'll just leave it right there. You broke out today. The Bollinger Bands are heading straight up. Your 50's heading straight up. Everything's been doing great. You do have this lower gap, but it's not ready to come back and get filled. There's really no reason for it right now. It's really juicy right here. You're talking 55 to 76. This line should start to act as support. After we start getting a pullback on some of this, your relative strength index is getting a little bit high. Your MACD crosses zero and has headed up quite a bit. So what I'm saying here is pick your entry, which you would be comfortable with. I would imagine somewhere in this area if it gets this low. If not, maybe right up on the top of this box and start taking your start positions. Taking a look at Deckers on a weekly basis. You've made a tremendous move since this low over here of $30. We're over 100% now. So where do you go from here? You're going to get some resistance right here on the weekly underneath these candles right here, basically. And you did pierce that also, so there's a lot of conviction to the upside on this stock. Your relative strength index only 69 on the weekly, but on the weekly it looks really good to continue moving up. Looks like right around this area you should get some nice resistance right around the 90 area. But it could move up to the 120 area. Taking a look at the monthly and planning this out, you get a nice, you have a nice pattern here, and you're on the 50-day moving average right now, and that's probably what's slowing it down. You did break it today and closed above it, but again, you have underneath these candles right here is an issue. But here you go. As I've been saying, I love gaps. Okay. See the gap here on Deck? Alright, so that's right around 140 maybe. So 139, 139.23. Alright, so we have an upper gap to go to. Now, if this is a monthly, you could actually plan this out. Now it's a 50. So if you go to like June or July, and plan something like that, it's just a way of planning. But that's what I look for when I'm looking after something has a double bottom on a monthly and starts getting moved to the upside. You get that corrective action all the way back to the gap fill. So I would expect my actual target would be a double from here on Deck. I don't know how long. I'm not going to say. Always protect yourself and trade the way you want to trade, but I'm just giving you my outlook. And this is Matt, and thank you for taking the time and watching the video. Good luck, and I hope the shoe fits.